Heavy snow fell this spring across the U.S. portion of the Red River Valley, and now we're looking at a flood of 2009 magnitude or slightly higher. There remains a risk of moderate flooding on the Assiniboine and Souris rivers.
New numbers right now predict flooding in the Red River Basin to be at or slightly above the second worst flooding since the 1997 flood of the century. Schuler says the Red River floodway and the Portage diversion will be activated, but when that will happen will be based on the river's flow.
So we're still looking at the potential of 2009 levels. Keep in mind that there is a lot of snow down there that does have to melt and come our way. We're very pleased that we're getting melt during the day and then it freezes at night.
He says, well, it looks like the water level will be slightly below flood protection levels of the community and individual dikes. Partial closures in some communities might be required.
We're also working with federal officials to ensure the safety of Indigenous communities and preparing to support municipal evacuations if needed. We're working with the agriculture producers to ensure livestock is moved out of impacted areas.
The water is expected to peak at Emerson sometime between April 12th and April 23rd, but he says that'll be completely up to Mother Nature, meaning if the temperatures rise or if there's more snow or rain in the forecast, the dates and the levels could change. He says since 1997, $800 million have been spent on permanent flood-proofing measures. That includes between $630 and $640 million spent on expansion of the Red River floodway and the West Dike enhancement.
There are some sections of the Red River that are already clear. That's really good news for us, because one of the things that we face that is a problem for us as a city is ice jam flooding. If we could move the ice out of the city, that would be a really big benefit, and that looks like it's happening. Again, these kinds of weathers are just, this kind of weather is perfect for us.
Which is good news for communities south of Winnipeg all the way down to Fargo, because the water isn't backing up and causing more damage. Schuler points out the floodway is now capable of handling twice the volume of water compared to the 2009 flood, but that doesn't eliminate the need for evacuations.
If all the dikes are closed in Morrison, there are 4. If we have to close them all, then we would have to do an evacuation, because there's no way to get anybody out should they have, heaven forbid, a heart attack or appendicitis. We'd have to go in with helicopter or something like that, because you couldn't even land an airplane. So it's just far more responsible to ask people to leave, and then law enforcement takes over the town and they protect the town.
Schuler plans to visit southern Manitoba communities over the next few days to make sure they're fully prepared. In Winnipeg, Rachel Crowe, Spreading Wings, City News.